In this video, I'll be breaking down exactly what I would do if I had to make $7,307 in just 30 days. And the reason I can be so specific and get this number right down to the last cent is because I literally made this amount with just one client. In the past 90 days, I've signed 92 new clients, and that is a little bit over one client per day. I've also used this exact method to make $30,000 in a week, $106,000 in a month, and even $15,000 in a single day. And if a regular guy like me can make this amount of money, right? I'm not going to blow past it. This is a lot of money, and I'm not saying this to brag. This is simply evidence that I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I need you to use this advice depending on where you're at. If you're a beginner and you haven't sold anything before, you don't have any real skills, please keep that in mind when taking this advice, right? You've been around a bit and just need to get a client and scale up. This advice will work for you. And if you got a few agency clients and you want to scale and charge high ticket and make serious money, right? Then this will work perfectly for you as well. So we're going to talk about exactly how I am able to charge high ticket in a saturated agency market, and basically get clients to pay me thousands and thousands of dollars in upfront fees, as well as increase their lifetime value over time. So I continuously get paid thousands and thousands of dollars by them every single month. Okay. With this being said, let's start off with what worked for the gurus will not work for you. And specifically, Charlie Morgan and Iman Gadzhi, they are teaching you how they did it many years ago. Iman scaled his agency successfully, but this was in 2016. So keep in mind, his methods, his strategy, his philosophy is nearly 10 years outdated. They don't use these methods anymore, and they're leveraging their massive audience to make their money. If you're watching this video, you likely do not have a massive audience, maybe not even close to the size that these guys have, right? Cold outreach is dead. And if you're questioning me and saying cold outreach isn't dead, when was the last time that you took an outreach message seriously? Okay. No one wants to work with an agency anymore. Everyone has been burned by an agency in the past, and your service is commoditized. If your service is commoditized, you cannot charge high ticket. Why? Because if you want to charge high ticket for just something that's commoditized, it likely can be done on Upwork, such as Facebook ads, video editing. This can all be found by some other person in India who will literally do it for $3 to $4 an hour, right? Things have changed. You can't rely on old methods in a new market. You need to offer something of real value and have a unique proposition. So how do we do that? Okay, we have our current market who's heard it all before, seen it all before, and have burned by an agency before. So now we bring this new framework into the equation. I have this framework called the leverage consultancy model. Okay. Basically, what you're going to do is combine the agency model with the coaching model. Let me tell you why. If you haven't watched my videos in the past, I've been preaching this for a long time. The coaching model is very easy to get rich. We all know that coaches, we've seen them online, they end up scaling to 20, 30, 40, 50K per month in just a few months without much hassle. The problem is they often don't stay at that mark. Coaching model will get you rich. The agency model will keep you rich. Now, what do I mean by combining your coaching and consulting along with implementation? Coaching is simply just give information to solve problems. And this can be in any form. This could be in the form of protocols, SOPs, content, or frameworks. With the agency model, you're actually giving the implementation to solve a problem. This can mean installing a growth campaign, paid ads, installing an appointment setter, or installing your content distribution system. This is exactly what you need to do to create a unique market value proposition. I'm not going to dive too much into this in this video. I've explained it thoroughly in my other videos, which I do suggest that you take a look at them. But this is what you need to do to completely separate yourself from anybody in your market. This model allows you to become something much greater and separate yourself in the market. Now, let me explain exactly why. You combine the agency and the coaching model, one model that gets you rich, one model that keeps you rich. It's called leveraged consulting, right? A leveraged consultancy model. When you use this model, you're able to solve the full gap for your client, present yourself as a business partner, not just a regular agency or someone trying to sell them a simple service, right? You're going to combine done with you, done for you, and do it yourself mechanisms. That way you can make your service delivery more efficient yet easier on your end. This will result in it being easier for prospects to say yes, allowing you to charge higher tickets since you're solving the full gap, and you will also get better results since you're solving for more, right? This model truly is changing the game. I'm not going to get into it too much, but the next step is using leverage to scale, okay? Even if you don't use this model that's literally changed my life and many agency owners that I've worked with, you need to use leverage to scale. That means if you're putting one thing in, you cannot get one output. Here's a perfect example, and this example is cold outreach. When you do one cold outreach message, you will always only be able to get one response. The worst part about that is a lot of the times you're not even getting one response. You may need to send 12 messages just to get one response, right? So this is completely unleveraged. It's true, we all want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, but what is it that the 100K per month business owners are actually doing? Are they sitting on their phone all day doing outreach? Or are they working on a system that generates them infinitely more outputs for whatever they put in? This is a perfect example. You have one input here, and here we end up getting 5 outputs. You need to be getting a minimum of 3 to 5 outputs for every one input that you do. Okay, build a system that gets you clients without you even being involved. And here's exactly what that should look like. You'll get an inbound lead from an ad. You give them free resources. Your setter educates them with statement claims and content assets. Setter then books a call with a warm, fully educated prospect because they have educated them with your content assets, right? The deal is closed, and it's easier than ever to close these kind of deals. Imagine you're taking sales calls with people, only with people that are fully educated on exactly what you're offering. They've seen your content in the past and they've been taught by you, right? When you get on a sales call with this kind of person, you're in the teacher's position. That's what I like to call it. That means you can be very nonchalant and relaxed. You don't have to push for the sale. And this is especially good if you're not that good at sales as well. Okay. That's all I've got for this video. If you do want a full 58-page breakdown on exactly how I did this, then I suggest you just DM me on Instagram. Whenever you actually want to scale to 6 figures per month profitably, all you have to do is book a call with me, bring your credit card, and I will see you on the other side. Take care.